This is the first assembled keyer that I've done in the latest batch of printed circuit boards from China, and the design I think is pretty complete now, so that I hope I will not be ordering more boards from China. I ordered 10 in this batch and am currently building up 2 of them, and thought I would just try to show this final packaging. I recently decided to try putting an internal speaker in the acrylic enclosures. I used to do that in the aluminum enclosures, but drilling the grill pattern was not a pleasant job. It is a little easier to drill in the acrylic, still not much fun, but it does make a nicer assembly to have an internal speaker. And it turns out the speaker sounds very good to my ear in these open back acrylic enclosures. I think it sounds better than the ones in the aluminum enclosures. So this is just the front view. The 2 switches on the front panel are the switches I use most of the time, so I like to have them on the front panel. They are in parallel with switches on the top panel. Focus might be a problem here, but I will see what I can do here. Focus and lighting, but let me turn off this light, see if that's any better, and turn off that one. Yeah, maybe that's okay. So here, all of the switches, like the power switches on the left, and you will notice it is turned off because I am running on USB. The next switch is the piezo, labeled PZO, and that's for the internal piezo speaker, which with the internal speaker available, the piezo is really not needed, but I include it anyway. And that one of these switches here, one is the speaker switch and one is the rig switch, and those are the 2 that are also duplicated on the front panel. There's all of the usual I/O connectors, and the DC connector, the 5.5/2.1 millimeter, has nothing plugged into it because this is being powered from the USB cable connected to the Fubarino board. So this is the USB, and next to it is the keyboard cable, and there are no other cables attached. The keyer is currently just sending one of the ebook files that are stored in the memory card, which I won't be okay. Down below the 2 LEDs there is a SD memory card slot. That's where the files are. So this makes what I think is a pretty nice enclosure, and there are only a very few internal cables. This is an enclosure for the next one that I'm building, so I already put the enclosure together. The autofocus is not working too well here, so this is ready to have the board mounted. It still needs the labels. This is the one that's currently under assembly. I'm writing step-by-step details of which components I install when. In another day or so I will probably have this one completed and installed in the second enclosure. So This is not demonstrating any of the operational features of the keyer. They're all the same as previous generations. So this will complete the video.